every minute, somewhere in the world, a woman is going through a form of abuse. Either in Nigeria, in Africa, in other developing country or developed country in the world, a woman is experiencing abuse. Gender-based violence continue to grow, continue to rise, even amidst all advocacy, amidst speaking out, but here's the truth. We cannot protect girls enough if we are not speaking to the boys. If we don't raise our boys' rights, if we don't raise our boys, to respect the opposite gender, we keep having issues like this. And the cycle of violence keep revolving over and over and over and over again. That is why in this video we're going to be talking about raising boys differently. Can we prevent the next generation of abusers? Can we raise a different generations so that we don't have abusers keep recycling over and over and over again? Let's dive into today's video. Hi guys, as always, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Precious Oyeleke. If you are new, you're welcome. Returning subscriber, you know what to do. Welcome. I hope you guys have been having amazing conversation, enjoying our conversation on this channel. There are over 400 videos for you to consume. Trust me, you cannot exhaust it. If you decide to watch our video at least once every day, you have videos that will last you for more than 400 days. Think about it. That's some level of consistency and hard work we've put into putting out quality content, and trust me, there's still many more to come. There's still many more to unfold on this channel, and we will love to bring you along with us. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video to your friends so that we can amplify our voices on these conversations as regards to raising awareness about this conversation. Let's deep dive into this conversation. We have the cycle of violence. Many men who grew up to be abusive have either seen their parents, their spouse, their parents, their dad, or an uncle or a neighbor or someone they honor or deny esteem abuse the female gender or abuse their daughters, and they see it as a norm that has become a cultural norm that will keep recycling over and over and over, and keep recycling generation of abusers, because these things are learned. Abuse can be taught and abuse can be learned, subconsciously or consciously. So I would say that when a child constantly hears things like boys don't cry, be a man, control her. If you don't control her, she did not control her, she won't be submissive to you. If you don't beat her and panel-beat her, she won't respect you, she won't honor you, she won't hold you in esteem. Who taught us all these things? They begin to equate manhood to, with dominance, with control. You hear things like you have to control a woman. And I always hate when, because the word control has been abused these days, especially by, perpetrators of abuse. And this make me feel like, that statement should gain back its credibility, because control means to be in charge, not a negative kind of dominance. It's a positive kind of dominance. But that word has been abused. Because be a man, you don't cry, men don't cry, men bottle things in. So even if the man is going through his own circles of emotional abuse, he will suppress it in and pass that abuse to somebody else, pass that abuse to their spouse, because they're like, oh, I don't have to speak about the abuse I'm facing at work, but I can pass that anger to my spouse. Even if my boss is abusing me, I cannot speak up to my boss, but I can abuse and insult my spouse so I can please my ego. We are recycling generation of abusers. So the statement, be a strong man, in many cultures you hear things like strength is defined as power, control, and even aggression. A boy who shows emotion is usually mocked, and a boy who dominates is praised. So if a boy is shouting, they'll be like, that's my son, I taught you well. And I'm like, are you teaching your son abuse? Are you teaching your son to be abusive? Is that what you want to pass from your generation down to another generation? Is that what we want to teach? I believe it is not. And this makes us know that this script that we are trying to create is very dangerous. And when carried into relationship, it becomes more dangerous, because the sense of entitlement to a woman's body, the sense that, oh, there's nothing like body autonomy and they have control over their partner's body, No, 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 it's very alarming. Some, because our culture here in Nigeria and some other countries, they carry out things like, oh, you pay the bride price. I'm going to hear some men speak like, oh, I already paid your bride price, so I have the right over you, I can speak to you and I can dominate over you. These are the issues in capital sentence. I'm not saying that practicing culture is a bad thing, but the men are feeling like, oh, because I paid bride price. In some cultures, and they now return the bride price and be like, you did not pay for our daughter. You did not pay any bride price on her head. She married you, and you have no right to abuse her. As a lot of parents on their daughter's wedding ceremony, they begin to tell the husband or the spouse words like, please, if you are tired of our daughter, return her back to us. If you want to abuse her, please just remember us and return her back to us. Don't abuse her, don't touch her, don't try to subjugate her, because if you do, she will lose her self-esteem, she will lose her self-credibility, her self-esteem, and all these things are going to be affected. And when it affects our self-identity, we are dealing with a bigger issue. So I would say, culture, parenting, and double standards are the thing. You prefer to raise your daughter right. You start telling a girl from a very young age, you begin to tell her things like, you don't do this thing in your husband's house, or continue. If you continue like this, nobody will marry you. If you continue like this, nobody wants to be your husband. But you begin to practice double standards towards your boy child. Your boy child is behaving wrongly, you don't correct him, you don't checkmate him, you don't caution him. Means like, he's a boy, he will adjust. He's a boy, he will come around. He's a boy, he will do this. He's a boy, he's a boy, he's a boy. You keep tolerating bad abuse, you keep tolerating bad behaviors because of all these things called he's a boy. We are breeding a very, very bad generation if we continue doing like this. So I would say, think about double standards that we see every day. When boys misbehave, it is excuse to make excuses for it. Say, oh, boys will always be boys. But when girls do the same, we hold them in high esteem. When girls do the same, they are often told, you don't, this is not, you must behave yourself. You must behave yourself. You cannot speak that way. You cannot talk that way. You cannot talk to your brother that way. Although that girl is the other sister. Means yes, that you cannot talk to your brother that way. You cannot speak to him that way. Then what are we doing? We are recycling bad characters. We are recycling bad issues. So I would say it's high time we begin to redefine strength and redefine masculinity. And if we flip the script, I'm going to teach these boys to respect themselves, to respect the opposite gender, to hold themselves in high esteem, to hold themselves, to have so much empathy and care towards the opposite gender, towards themselves, towards their own gender. I think we'll raise better generations. I'm sure you agree with me, right? We need to raise boys that can cry. We need to raise boys who can listen. We need to raise boys who can respect boundaries. We need to raise boys who understand consent and understand that when consent is given, it is non-negotiable. If a girl says yes, agrees with her yes. If a girl says no, you agree with her no. And when she says I don't know, you still agree that I don't know is no. So that you don't begin to deal with issues of you sexually abused me, but you said you don't know, now that you don't mind. Nothing like don't. So is it that yes or no? If it is yes, it's yes. If it is no, it's no. Stick to it. And let me just say this thing. Do not say yes when you mean to say no, young girls. And also for a guy, do not say yes when you mean to say no. Don't try it. Because that could lead to months and days of, and years of traumas to deal with. So I would say we need to redefine masculinity. We need to redefine it, not just for us, but for generation yet unborn. And to parents, to schools, to social media, there's a need for us to start early, start teaching these boys early. We need to start teaching them that they are equal, that the boys and the girls are equal. They're equal. So if a girl is speaking up in your place of work, you don't need to subjugate her. You don't need to shut up. And then we say that, when men are speaking, women don't talk. That's why we begin to have reduction in women in things like politics, things in engineering, because they begin to feel like, it is a male-dominated industry. And also like male-dominated industry, all the industry are male and female-dominated. A woman also have the right to speak, amplify our voices in this regard. When it comes to policies and decision-making, we need to see the men making decisions about things that pertains to women. And I'm always like, do you even understand what women go through? You can't even fully comprehend it. In some ministries, we can see Ministry of Women Affairs, and it is a man that is the Minister of Women Affairs. How does this thing correlate? And also in schools, there's a need for schools to integrate things like gender equality and respect it. I mean, respect, the teacher should not have favorism towards the boy child. I'm going to feel the girls that are less. I'm going to feel girls are less. It shouldn't be happening. They should make sure and ensure gender equality in the class, and speak around issues around gender-based violence, in prevention in schools, reduce bullying among senior boys to junior girls, or senior boys to junior boys, and even senior girls to junior boys. We should reduce that kind of bullying and even eradicate it from our school environments. And to the media, challenge exists because jokes, skits, comedies are often being made around conversations like this. Music videos are being made. Movies begin to normalize things like this. Begin to feel like, oh, he's a boy, in which we're meant to be using those things as tools to negate things like that. And that is why you and I need to amplify our voices and speak to this regard, so that there can be reduction in cases and incidents like this. So the future we want to build, the future we desire, is that imagine a world where boys grow up seeing women and respecting them. They see their women as their partners and not seeing them as their properties. Just imagine that world. They don't feel like, she's one of the things I have at home. She's not your property, she's your partner. She's someone that you are doing life together with. And where they learn to understand that their strength is in self-control, their strength is in self-control and not in violence, not in trying to subjugate, not in trying to control, not in trying to say, no, I'm the man in this house and I will not tolerate anything like that. Really, calm down. Calm down. So we don't just want to protect girls, we want to raise boys that don't become abusers, that to understand that this prevention is going to we're going to enjoy the benefits in the long run. We're going to enjoy the benefits in the future. The girl child will thank us for it. The boy child are going to thank us for it, because we're going to raise better boys, and we have little to nothing or little to no generation of abusers again. Because everyone in the remote community, in the urban community, everyone is raising their adolescents and young persons in high esteem. So this is our call to action. Is that if you're a parent, if you're a teacher, if you're a guardian or an older sibling, ask yourself, what messages are the boys in my life receiving? What tool, what information am I giving them that will make them make better decisions for their life? Just ask yourself these questions. And this question should make you think and make you be like, oh, am I been raising my boy child wrong? Am I been raising them in a wrong way? And I can now help to make them know, to correct my wrongs now before it becomes worse. And you can still correct it. Don't trust me, you can still correct it. It's not as bad as as you can imagine. It can still be checkmate, it can still be corrected. So if you found this conversation important and you found the conversation we've had today very, very important, I said let's create a movement, and not just protect girls, but also to raise boys that are of good character, that are of good behavior, that understand self-respect, that understand that they are their masculinity is in self-control and not in violence. So I hope you found so much values in this video, and you would love to share this video to other parents, to other guardians, to other older siblings, to everyone around, so that we can create conversations around this topic. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to like this video, to share this video, to subscribe, and most importantly, make comments in the comment section so that I can relate to your views about this conversation. I'll see you guys in the next one.